Apologize for the language. I'm getting a little frustrated because this is 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row and we can't fix this bug.
It seems to always let you in, though. Maybe it's just trying to get your adrenaline up for the ride.
I don't really need any help being angry. I get that all day at work. Alrighty. Let's go here. Let's go. Join the event. All right, we're in so far. Nope. Yet again, I'm booted from the system. One more shot once we get going here. I'm gonna have to send this to John again, to Mayfield again. This is frustrating. I apologize to those at home who are frustrated. I'm gonna have to send this to John again.
Ian, we have the same problem if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah. It does not make me feel any better because we're paying for a service that is not being provided. Alright.
3, 2.
And it just crashed on me again. You gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. Alright, I'll try and jump in one more time. So I know Thea's watching our CVR women's racer. I hope she's getting some enjoyment out of this. I certainly am not. I'm just curious as why Seth keeps getting me kicked out of the event module every time. Well, of course it is, Seth.
You're the coach, I'm very proud.
Alright, thanks for Pat and Pete joining as well, and JFlo. You're seeing me get booted from the system 4 consecutive times in a row. Make that 5. We'll call it yet another Zwift crash. We'll try one more time to get in. And mind you, I just updated today, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's hook up my power meter and my cadence and my heart rate. Let's try this again. Alright, we are auto-selected. We are finding riders. Pete says he's had the same issue. Working with Zwift headquarters. Alright. Looks like at least I'm somewhere with the group. I'm not sure where. I'm with one person. Well, where are the rest of you guys? Alright, well, kudos to the update on this one. We did not get dropped with you guys. In fact, we just came off the bridge. We haven't made the left turn yet. So, I'm going to make a move. So I got Person back with me, Fire with me, Figueiredo with me, 2 Team Moose with me. We are a minute.
I see you, so you're 2 minutes behind us. There's another group about 30 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, I got you 2:10 behind me.
Alright, well, I will do what I can to catch up. So while I have you guys here doing your warm-up, go ahead and start at a 1.5, Seth, if you can, well, let me see if I can type it out.
Better make it a 1.
That's alright, I'll just put in some effort. Now I got a Zwift Fitness person with me. Alright, I got another one. Good, we got a group here, we can work together. Person, Saudi, good. Alright, Adam, thanks for joining. Pat, I will try not to drop Harvey. Alright, so as we're rolling, let's make sure everyone's trying to move around the group you're in. Thanks, Jeff. Adam's giving some encouragement. I apologize for the hard pace for those with me. All right. Well, I'm still able to type at 4.0. We'll just think of this kind of like a cat and mouse. Seth, go ahead and keep picking it up. Don't worry about dropping back. Hang with the group. We're coming back up.
Yeah, I'm a minute behind the group. 15 seconds in front of you.
Yeah, Pete's joking that we got a private lesson on the back of the group. It's our private TT lesson. Pete says to put down the vodka, Seth. Just jump on in.
It's rum, mate.
Yeah. Definitely going with the rum. All right. Well, you're not far off. Nothing like a hard time trial to warm up for skills and drills. All right, looks like we got a little bit, got a few folks ahead. Pete likes this one, just doesn't like the time of day. Likes this route. Seth, if you can try and bring back the Fear Squirrels and Saudi and them, once I get onto this group, I'll drive the pace way down.
All right, I'll try.
Thanks, Victoria. I'm just trying to get it back together here. Person's doing a great job of sitting in if you're watching. He's just on my wheel, not coming through very much, which is fantastic. So Toriadis is doing the same thing. Got a good little group. Roy Veet from Zwift Fitness sitting in nicely too.
We have a beacon. We're gonna have to come way back.
Yeah. All right, so for those of you who think 1-0 is really easy, I got it, but we got a lot of people that got dropped, not doing any fault of their own, but the crashes. And instead of putting us with the group, it just put us together at the very beginning. So we had to do a brief time trial to get back on. All right. More enthusiasm is requested of you, Seth, on Discord. Alrighty. So, I'm going to type out what we're going to do today. Thanks, Myers. Okay, so now that we've got more or less together, we're going to work on positioning today. Thanks, Pete. Seth, you're being told that since I'm out of breath, that's why you're getting picked on.
Yeah.
I'm not out of breath anymore, Pete. I'm good. Tori Moffitt, thanks for joining. You should be on your bike doing this. Tori says hello. All right, so it's gonna be a little more mentally engaging today because I'm gonna tell you to be certain spots in the group. I'm not always gonna tell you just stay behind me. I might tell you to stay at the very back. And staying at the very back, it can be hard from a couple of different perspectives. It can be hard to hold that easy a pace and not overtake people, but it can also be hard as the pace fluctuates to hang on when you get some accordion effect going. All right, so based on the first letter of your last name is where I'm going to tell you where you need to be in the group, front, middle, or back. And what I want you to do on that front, middle, or back is stay where I told you to stay. Okay, so that means as I change the pace of the bunch, you need to adjust your pace accordingly by watching what everybody else is doing as far as their watts per kilo go. All right, so A through J, I want you at the front, S through Z in the back. If your letter was not called, you need to be in the middle. I'm the front rider, so you need to stay behind me if you're at the front. All right, so what we're going to practice today is really important. So we always talk about staying in that front third, right? And the importance of staying in the front third is so you can respond to attacks and you can see what's going on in the race. But if you're at a point in the race where you shouldn't or don't expect too many attacks or too many changes of pace, you can change your position. On Zwift, it's okay to go to the back sometimes. I would not do that if I were in a real live race. Tail gunning at the back is dangerous because you get affected by crashes sometimes. But again, you can do it. You just you have to be smart about it. So what I want you to really work on today is when I tell you stay in the middle, stay in the middle. When I tell you stay at the front, stay at the front. And when I tell you stay at the back, stay at the back. One of the cool things you are going to see is that when you're at the back, as long as you can stay right into the group, right into the draft, you're going to use a lot less energy. When you're at the front, you have to work much harder to fight for that position. And sometimes when you're in the middle, it just gets hairy because you get overrun by people coming up from the back, and then you're having to brake and slow down to avoid the people in the front. So the middle is, in my opinion, the most difficult place to be in a real life race. And in Zwift, I kind of find it's my favorite place to be, like the front of the middle or the back of the front, because maximizing the draft. And I don't worry about getting elbow bumped on Zwift. So you just kind of work with it as you can. All right, on the stream, I apologize for some of the camera stuff on the ODZ uniform. It's a little problematic on the tech side today. For some reason, everything's rebelling. But we're going to carry on. That doesn't help anything, I don't think, when I turn the light off. So, all right, let's hold it where we got. I'm going to lift the pace now to a 2.5, and you need to try and hold where you are. All right, that actually makes me disappear, so we'll put that back on. That's Ghost Rider right there. All right, Seth, you guys are back on, correct?
No, sir. We're up there talking.
How far back are you?
30 seconds.
Okay. I'm gonna cruise here at 2.5 for a minute, and then I'll slow us back down.
Roger.
All right.
Hey, do you mind
What's that?
do you mind repeating your positions again?
Yeah, A through J at the front, S through Z at the back. If your name falls somewhere in between there, right in the middle.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker.
Yep, no worries. Alrighty. Easy now. Remember, you don't want to, when you run into these hills, you don't want to just completely hammer away. I think we just caught a few more people. Good. All right. So we got to watch those little splits, and this is one of the things we're talking about with maintaining position. You know, it's very hard when you're in the middle and the back once a split opens up. The difficult part is if you're at the very back and the split opens up at the front like it just did, you can't get around all the people in the middle. So now you have to fight to get back in. So when gaps open at the front, you always have to be willing to get around the people that are in front of you to close that down. And you want to be able to close it really quickly, because if you don't close it quickly, what's going to happen is that 5 wheel length gap is now 15 seconds. All right, Seth, it looks like you're back on us.
Yeah, I'm off the front.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to lift the pace back up to 2.5. All right, A through J, you're at the back. S through Z, get in the middle. Okay, we'll make my way back up to the front here. 2.5 max. So if you are not A through J or S through Z, you need to be at the front. So it'd be K through R. All right, good. So looking like this, we want to tighten up just a bit, folks, because we are a little bit stretched out. And as I shift my pace up and down a little bit, that's going to exacerbate any accordion effect. All right, so as we roll through this again, I do want to keep working that everyone is sliding through, everyone's staying in their position. We got Diaz up at the front, he needs to move to the back. Okay, so I'm going to lift the pace up a little bit. So I'm going to vary it, maxing out here at 3, but I'll slow down. So we want to watch the accordion effect and keep it from getting out of control. All right, don't give me too much room. All right, S through Z at the front, A through J In the middle, move yourselves around. All right, we're not doing a very good job of not overshooting. I know it's challenging, but this is where you want to be very in tune with what you're doing versus what others are doing. Thanks, Pat. So one of the things we really need to focus on here is, as you see me moving back and forth, I'm picking up the pace, I'm slowing down. In this instance, in Zwift, you can see what I'm doing. You can see, yes, there's a little lag sometimes, but as I slow down, you want to slow down. As I pick it up, you want to pick it up. And you want to try and do it as close as possible to when I do it. Obviously, there's going to be a little lag. The more you delay, the more you have to surge. The more you surge, the more we create that accordion, that squishing out. And that's very tough because then the guys at the back are just getting crushed. All right. Coker, how you doing back there? All right. So you should feel it start mashing up together here. Alrighty, let's go a little bit more. Okay, S through Z at the front again. A through J, well, everyone, A through R can just do whatever you want. I want you to move around, but you can't be on the front. All right, you're looking good there. So what we're going to do here in a little bit is we're going to practice a little bit of our attacks that we've been working on all month. But where are we going to attack from? What position of our three?
First third.
First third, right? So we're going to take our time attacking and we're going to practice attacking when we're in those first third positions. And what we'll have to do is the first third, and I'll tell you who's going to be the attackers. They'll have to infiltrate up from the back, find a good time, and attack. And we talked about briefly when were good times to attack. So I'm going to slow us down here in a minute so we can regroup, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. All right, 1.5, folks. All right, so what we're going to do in this next part, and then I'll type it up, is I will tell what group is attacking, and you have to go to the back. During our time when you're designated as the attackers, you need to work your way to the front without just sprinting to the front. The rest of the group is going to try and keep you from being on the front without passing me. So that means y'all have to fight for position a little bit. And in doing so, you're going to try and deny the attackers, the would-be usurpers, the opportunity to be in a good position to attack. The attackers can attack anytime I drop to a 2.0 or 2.5 or below pedaling. I don't want attacking it when I'm doing 3.35 because that's just pure strength. We're not working on that. We're working on timing. So anytime I attack below or drop below 2.5, you can attack. Just 10 to 15 seconds. Get off the front, then sit up and let us catch you. Let me type it out. All right, does anybody have any questions about what we're doing? All right. I guess that is a no. What's that?
You 60 kilos?
Are we what?
How much do you weigh?
How much do I weigh?
Yes.
I weigh 60 kilos, yeah.
What is that in American?
130, 132. Okay. Why, Seth, are you trying to determine what you should do based on my weight?
Boy, I haven't weighed 132 since high school.
Well, I hope you maybe graduated last year.
No.
All right, A through J, start fighting for position.
Yeah, so at the back of the group, we can't see your watts per kilo, so we have to go by your weight on your profile. Weight and watts per hour.
Well, that's why you have to fight for the position to get up next to me. Your attack needs to come from when you're near me. So you want to fight to get to the back of the group or front of the group. So now would be a good time to attack. There, finally. Finally somebody went. All right, so I'm picking it back up. All right, so I dropped again. If you're an A through J, that was a good time to attack. But now I'm picking it back up. Let's go. If you're an A through J, move to the front. Fight your way to the front. Good job, Coker. Figueredo. Person, you're not supposed to be attacking right now. Good. So Figueredo just did a great thing right there. For those on the stream, you could see it. As soon as I went past him, he got up, and now he just attacked again. All right, he's up to 1.5. We're gonna be switching up groups. All right, K through R are gonna be the next attackers. Remember, you wanna get to the back, and once you're at the back, start fighting for position. All right, we're gonna let everyone back on. And this is the important part. The reason we're letting everyone back on is because we want to have a group size big enough that you actually have to fight for that wheel. So remember, you want to try and fight for my wheel if you're the K through R. And the other folks want to not let you have that wheel. So that should create a bunching effect, which does make it hard to determine what I'm doing. But that's why we're fighting for a wheel. It's like real life. Okay, I'm lifting back to 3.0. All right, Team Moose, good job. That's what I like to see. Remember, only K through R attacking. All right, look at that. We got a nice huge accordion effect going because of that. One small climb. Trashed our group a little bit. All right, getting back to the front. This is where my lightweight does not help me. Okay, good. No big attack, but we want to try and... Okay, ease it up. All right, ease it up, folks. We're going to try and let some folks back on. So that little hill tears us up sometime. Chris, thanks for joining. Those little grades in our group, especially if there's an acceleration as we go over the top, that's going to tear our group up quite a bit. So let's let some of the folks in the back come back on. We're almost there. Slide to the back so I can see who's back there. Person's coming on, Faga's coming on. Team Moose, you're coming back to us, right? Looks like I got two mooses. We have mooses today. That's pretty awesome. All right. So Tiriados is coming back on. Buva, both the Team Moose riders. Good, we're gonna let you get back on. You guys got a 2-second differential. All right, so let's go back to this view. Okay, so that should mean S through Z. A couple minutes here, and then we're gonna get going on a little bit of freestyle. All right, pace is lifted now. S through Z can attack anytime I drop. All right, little gradient there. Good job, Saudi. Okay, I'm making my way back up to the front. Okay. So remember, once you attack, let everyone catch you back onto you. Good. Go, Saudi, go. Very nice. A little delayed, but good. All right, big attack coming through there. Nice Schmitz. Whitney, fantastic. All right, if you're at the very front, Schmidt, Saudis, Whitney, ease it up a little bit. You just stretched out the group. Apologies for that. All right, so what we can see there is they got over that little rise on their attack, and then that turned into an 8-second gap real quick. Pretty impressive how that happens. All right, let's ease up. All right, we're gonna start the freestyle portion. Someone's asking, what's my weight set at? My weight is set at 60 kilos. Okay, so we're gonna on our little freestyle portion here. We're gonna have a little fun. You're not gonna be dictated by your last name, but you are gonna have to, every time you want to attack, start at the back, make your way to the front, find the time when I drop the pace, then do a 10-second attack. And once you get back on the group, you gotta go all the way to the back, fight your way back to the front.
Stupid question, but when I'm all the way in the back, I can't see your watts per kilo. How do I know when to attack?
Right, so if you start at the back, you want to work your way to the front, and then you attack from the front third.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold pace at 3.0, and you guys are gonna be at right behind me. When I drop to a 2.5, then you can attack. Again, go for 15 seconds, nothing big. This is not about who's got the best attack. This is just about learning to time it. Okay, so you wanna try and get it right when I drop. All right, I'm lifting to 3.0. Not from that far back, Figueredo. I'm just getting up to speed. I haven't dropped below speed yet. If you pass me, even if you're not attacking, you have to go back to the back. The only time you can pass me is on an attack, and you head all the way to the back. Good, Brendan. Good. Remember, once I go back up to pace, don't attack again. Remember, once you pass me, once you get caught back by the group, go all the way to the back, and then attack again. All right, good. That started to bring up. All right, so Coker, Seth, try and work your way to the front. Good job, Moose. You saw that I was at 2.5. Good move, person. You saw it. Schmidt, Saudi, good. All right, now I'm back above. All right, so work your way to the back, work your way back to the front once we catch you. Nice and steady pace right here. All right, good, Brendan. Great, Figueredo. That's awesome timing right there. Figueredo is too far back, though, to make it count. Diaz, good job. We got 12 more minutes. We only got a couple more minutes left of this, and we'll have to cool down. We're gonna ease up and we'll start it again. All right, let's let everyone back on. Got a couple people at the back. Whatever, I'm going to try and close back on for this. For our little crack the whips, these are a lot of fun. We're going to be changing up our velocity, our speed, our effort, and then I will give you a much different watt per kilo that you can attack off of. It's not going to be 2.5. It's going to be a 1.5 to 2. When I drop below 2, you can attack. But I have to stay below 2. That's not just if I touch it. I have to go below it, give it a 1 count, and then you can attack. If I drop below 1.5 at all, you can hit the gas. But if you jump the gun and pass me, what's the punishment, Seth?
Well, you get to unclip, touch the ground, and rejoin.
Yeah.
Are you serious about that? Because I'll do that.
Yeah, no, we're dead serious about that.
I predict pain.
So to make this clear, we're supposed to attack, but not pass you.
No, you can pass me when you attack, and I'm typing that up right now. The point is, I'm going to be varying my pace. Okay, so I'll be going anywhere from a 2 to a 3. So don't pass me unless I drop below a 2 and you're attacking. So if you just kind of roll past me, you get penalized.
Good copy.
All right, let's go. We're going to get a couple minutes of this. All right, let's see here. Give me a nice little gap there. Smart. You guys give me way too much of a gap. Figueredo, great job. Nice, Brendan. Nice, Figueredo. All right, I'm over 3.0, over 2.0. Don't attack, don't pass me. All right, Coker, you came past, sorry. I gotta chase back on. Try and keep it tight. You want to make this a challenge. Don't just give me 5 bike lengths. All right, a whole bunch of you just passed me without attacking.
No, dude, you're pouncing like a 0.
I know, but but they didn't attack. But they didn't attack. They just rolled by. So remember, the point is to attack. That's all right. No punishment on that one. Just remember, don't roll by me. If you're gonna go past me, attack.
No, finish them. I need help back here.
Alrighty, let's see what happens here. Good call, Seth. You saw me drop below it. Good, Diaz. All right, the others missed it. Good job, Seth. Man, Brendan's the only one who launched. You guys are slow on the react. Hartsock was building his attack. Oh, person! That wasn't dropped. Come on, guys, try and keep it tight. We're creating a huge gap there. Good. Good, Seth. Good, Schmitz. Good. All right, let's spin the legs out. We got 4 more minutes. All right, so what we covered today was all about positioning. And we've hit positioning again and again and again. And I'm going to keep hitting it again and again and again because for me, positioning is key. It's one of the more important things. As far as if you're really strong, great. But if you're always poorly positioned, you're never going to be in the right place at the right time. So what we want to really focus on when we're doing our positioning is making sure you're focusing on our position is really paying attention to where you are in the group at what point of the race. So what I mean by that is if it's early in the race, you really need to be up at the front to make sure there's no break gets away that you don't want away. If you're in the middle of the race and it's kind of one of those races that is not very hard, or maybe it's a good tempo that no one's really trying to get away and there's not a lot of action, you can at that point consider moving back in the bunch to the middle or to the back if you want to get some recovery. As long as you have other people at the front of the race kind of monitoring the action for you. Teammates, ideally, or friends. If you're in a pro race, maybe someone who has the video camera up there on the helicopter. But most time when we're on Zwift here, we're racing solo or with 1 or 2 teammates. So we really want to focus on that. But once the action gets going, you still need to try and be in that front third. It doesn't mean you're always going to be in the front third because at times the middle and the back are going to swamp over you and you need to fight back for that position. So that's what we always need to be cognizant of. When you're sitting at that back, and you're trying to fight for position, you're paying attention to what's going on around you. You're welcome, Team Moose. You're paying attention to what's going on around you. As the speed picks up, you're picking up. You're anticipating what's going to happen before it happens or as soon as it starts happening. Because once those gaps start stretching, it's much harder to stay with it. You have to do much more work to stay with the bunch as you start getting that accordion effect as it stretches out and comes back together and stretches out and comes back together. The goal is to be in a place where you're not doing extra work. So again, I always go back to that front third, the back of the front third, the front of the middle. Those are good places to be. Conserve your energy, and then you can go at it from there where you're trying then to be in a position to attack. Now once you get to the point of the race, the person got punished. Once you get to the point of the race where you need to be well positioned for the finale, that's when you need to be in that front third. You can't be anywhere else. If you're anywhere else, you run the risk of just getting dropped. If you're not at the front, you can't see the attacks. If you're not at the front, as attacks happen, maybe you get told about it, but now you're having to respond and work much harder to get onto it. So you really want to try and stay with it and stay at the front. That's going to be it for me, folks. There's not going to be skills drills for the next 3 weeks, as I will not be able to be here to do it. And I'm not going to be sitting on a treadmill to do it on the treadmill like I've done many times in the past. But we will resume the week of the 27th of September, and we'll be going full out from there for the next 4 or 5 weeks, and then we'll take a quick break while I do some travel for fun and go get some riding and racing in with Seth. And then we'll be back full steam from December through the spring to get everyone ready for summer race season. So if anybody has any questions about what we covered today, or just wants to voice how they hate getting punished, that's fine. We'll probably mute you for that.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in your race.
Thanks. We'll talk to you later, and hope everyone has a good time the rest of the week. We'll be out for the In the Feed Zone on Friday. Before that, we have the Thursday Night Throwdown tomorrow evening, as well as the Ebb Ride on Friday. Following the Ebb Ride, we have the Saturday Showdown, which I believe is a coffee ride this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And I think we have an ODZ race this weekend. I don't believe we had one last weekend. So if we have one, it'd be great. Thanks, Coker. Those are great races to watch. And then Sunday, of course, we have the ever-present ODZ entry. And then obviously next week we have the Magnum Monday and the Euro Decaf ride. So take a look at that. You can always check out teamodz.com and get the schedule from there, or just check us out on our Facebook page or Zwift Live by ODZ. Other than that, thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate you joining in, and we'll see you in 3 weeks. Or 4 weeks, excuse me.
Thanks, Coach.
Very welcome. Whitney, great job on some of those attacks. Well timed.